Hey Homespot fam, tired of scorching patios and cramped side yards? Today we're tackling shade without the sprawl, 18 slender trees that slip into tight spaces and still cool everything down. From glossy evergreens to blazing fall color, these vertical heroes bring comfort, privacy, and style. I'm glad you're here. Let's dive in, find your perfect fit, and turn narrow strips into refreshing, beautiful outdoor rooms you'll actually love. Meet the skyscraper of small gardens. Slender silhouette, Sweetgum rises like a living column, throwing cool, dappled shade without stealing width. Its star-shaped leaves whisper overhead, softening hard walls and narrow passages while keeping precious floor space free for seating, planters, and paths. In autumn, this pencil-thin tree ignites with mosaics of crimson, orange, and maroon, transforming tight spaces into glowing canyons. Upright structure simplifies pruning and keeps light at ground level. Place it where vertical drama matters, flanking gates, anchoring courtyards, or punctuating a terrace with sculptural presence. Think of Franz Fontaine as green architecture. Its dense, upright form cools side yards and screens views, shaping breezes into comfortable shade tunnels. The fine-textured foliage reads refined up close, while strong lines from trunk to tip make narrow gardens feel taller, calmer, and finished. In summer, the canopy is pleasantly opaque, creating respite for a bench or bistro set. In winter, sculptural branching keeps interest alive. Hornbeam tolerates clipping for sharper silhouettes or can be left natural for softer edges, letting you dial to formal or relaxed with equal success. Princeton Sentry carries Ginkgo's timeless fan leaves in a disciplined, vertical package. Its narrow footprint slides beside driveways, along paths, and between townhouses, casting refined, filtered shade. The clean habit reads minimalist, modern, and calm, perfect for architecture that needs a quiet, leafy companion. Choose male trees to avoid fruit. Come fall, the foliage shifts to luminous gold, pooling light into compact spaces and brightening facades. Branching stays orderly, so maintenance remains simple. Pair with gravel, pavers, or ground covers that reflect sunshine upward for a gentle, uplifting glow. This is oak character in a city suit. Fastigiata stands straight and narrow, forming a stately corridor of shade without sprawling limbs. Tall trunks lift the canopy overhead, preserving circulation and views while cooling facades and paving in tight boulevards, courtyards, and townhouse approaches. Expect longevity, handsome texture, and classic presence. The columnar form reads formal, yet adaptable, from historic streets to minimalist entries. Use evenly spaced pairs to guide movement and center sight lines. With time, the shade deepens, buffering heat and adding gravitas to spaces that might otherwise feel exposed. Armstrong Gold climbs fast, delivering vertical shade where every inch matters. Its narrow frame cools walkways and stoops while preserving sunlight for understory grasses and perennials. Fresh green foliage filters glare, creating comfortable patios and entries that feel open, airy, and welcoming even on bright days. Then autumn arrives and columns blaze amber and gold. The color show amplifies depth in compact gardens, drawing the eye upward and elongating tight spaces. Sturdy structure and predictable forms simplify placement. Think flanking a path, screening a neighbor's window, or anchoring a narrow front garden. Musashina brings urban toughness and elegance in one slim silhouette. Its vase-to-column canopy throws gentle, dappled shade that cools seating without enclosing it. Fine twigs and serrated leaves soften hardscapes, turning small patios into breathable, green rooms that feel private but never claustrophobic. Wind, heat, and city conditions are part of its resume. The upright habit suits alleys, side yards, and tight courtyards. As the trunk matures, bark character enriches winter scenes. Plant in rhythmic sequences to create a graceful ceiling over paths and pocket plazas without consuming precious width. White bark catches light like sculpture, instantly brightening tight spaces. The upright silver birch offers a slim, transparent canopy that sprinkles shade rather than blocking it, ideal for small gardens that crave both coolness and sunlight. Leaves tremble in breezes, animating still courtyards beautifully. Underplant with grasses and gravel to echo movement and keep maintenance low. In winter, peeling bark and fine branching deliver texture when flowers are scarce. The tree's narrow habit tucks neatly beside walls and terraces, giving a luminous vertical accent without overwhelming the footprint. Dawick beech grows like a verdant obelisk, projecting elegance into narrow approaches and formal paths. Dense foliage cools the route beneath, while the upright profile frames entries with architectural clarity. Choose purple for dramatic contrast or green for timeless calm. Both bring stately composure. Even in tight quarters, beech reads luxurious and deliberate. The columnar habit prevents overreach, so neighboring spaces remain usable. Winter silhouettes stay bold, emphasizing structure. Deploy as solitary sentinels or in measured alleys where proportional spacing creates strong direction, rhythm, and dignified, cooling shade. Green spire linden is a fragrance-forward column that doubles as shade infrastructure. Narrow, pyramidal branching lifts a tidy canopy above pedestrian height, tempering heat over cafe chairs, stoops, and sidewalks. Heart-shaped leaves feel welcoming and human-scaled, perfect for sociable, street-adjacent gardens. In bloom, the air sweetens, inviting pauses and evening linger. The form is disciplined yet generous, casting steady shade that protects paving and plantings. Use as a slim avenue or a courtyard focal point where scent, shape, and shade combine to turn compact spaces into destinations. Alta magnolia brings glossy evergreen leaves to tight urban courtyards, providing year-round privacy and shade with a slender, upright build. Large white flowers open like lanterns, perfuming warm evenings and punctuating green walls with luminous moments that feel luxurious yet restrained in scale. The narrow pyramidal structure keeps walkways clear and sunlight balanced. Even in winter, the foliage remains polished, reflecting light into shaded corners. Use one to anchor a seating area or set a pair as gateways. Either way, the canopy cools without crowding precious floor space. Persian spire packs 4 seasons of beauty into a compact column. Spring brings fresh flushes, summer casts refined shade, autumn fires the foliage, and winter reveals patchwork bark. In tight terraces, that sequence turns a small footprint into a year-round show with cooling comfort. The habit stays trim, so furniture and plantings remain uncompromised. Subtle dappled light flatters paving and layered containers. Position where you pass daily, by doors, along steps, beside a bench, so the bark and leaf color shifts read up close, like art changing with the seasons. Yamanaga rises like a floral exclamation mark, slim enough for entry courtyards and townhouse gaps. In spring, blossoms climb the column, softening facades and casting gentle, petal-filtered shade. The vertical emphasis draws sightlines upward, visually stretching compact spaces while welcoming guests with color and fragrance. After bloom, tidy foliage keeps the profile neat through summer, offering modest cooling without heaviness. Autumn tones add another chapter. One or two trees can transform a constrained threshold into a gracious arrival, proving elegance doesn't require width, just thoughtful height and a light footprint. Fastigiata golden rain tree brings celebratory bloom to compact courtyards. Lantern-like flowers hover above a slim canopy, casting playful patches of shade that feel festive rather than heavy. The upright habit leaves room for seating, planters, and circulation, keeping hardscapes comfortable under summer sun. As seed lanterns form, the display evolves while the canopy continues cooling. The tree's restrained width suits patios flanked by walls or fences, where heat can build. Repeated along a path, it creates a cheerful procession that brightens tight spaces and encourages lingering outdoors. Crimson Sentry is a bold vertical brushstroke. Deep burgundy foliage cools glare and adds drama to compact front gardens without sprawl. The narrow crown shade stoops and walks, creating an inviting threshold that contrasts beautifully with pale facades, gravel, grasses, and contemporary materials. As seasons turn, color holds well, lending structure and mood. The disciplined form simplifies spacing near boundaries. Where permitted, use sparingly as accent pillars rather than mass plantings. In the right spot, one tree delivers shade, contrast, and a memorable signature that reads from the street. Italian cypress is the archetype of vertical elegance, a pencil-thin evergreen that cools sun-baked walls and frames narrow passages year-round. The columnar form casts a slim stripe of shade, turning hot corridors into comfortable routes while lending instant Mediterranean poise to small spaces. Because it occupies so little width, circulation stays effortless and sightlines remain long. Use single specimens to punctuate transitions or deploy a quiet file to guide movement. The effect is calm, timeless, and architectural, shade as line work, refining courtyards, terraces, and tight approaches with minimal footprint. That's our tour of 18 slim, shade-casting trees built for compact gardens. Whether you crave dappled light, evergreen privacy, or dramatic seasonal color, there's a vertical standout ready to transform your tight space. If this helped you plan your next plant, tap like, hit subscribe, and drop a comment with the tree you're choosing or ask which suits your climate. Thanks for watching, Homespot. See you in the next build.